It is vet visit day here on the farm for the barn cats, who are really house cats. And we have poor Scarecrow here in a cat carrier because every time the vet comes, she gets wind of it and she shoots out the back cat door into the grain shed and gets up into the rafters, and we can't get her down. So she evaded her rabies and distemper vaccines last year, and this year we're trying to make sure that she can't evade the vet by putting her in a cat carrier so the vet can just reach in and give her her shots, and then she can run away. But this is what we have to do, or she'll run away from the house vet when they come. So I don't think the youngsters are going to run away from the vet. They also need their 3-year rabies and distemper today, and I've got a cat carrier here that they're going in and out of with catnip in it and everything in case we need to put them in a carrier for the vet to get to them. But I don't think they're going to run away from the vet. They don't seem traumatized by the house vet quite yet. The last time the vet was here last year, they were too young to get any more shots. They had already gotten their vaccines from the shelter, but this year they're definitely going to get some shots, so hopefully we don't need to use this. But just a tip, if you have cats who are a little more on the feral side and have learned that the vet coming in through the door means run and hide, you can put these carriers out, I would say, up to 3 days before your vet visit, just so the cats are used to them and they're here and they're open and they're not seen as related to going to the vet or having the vet come here in this case. So this is just a tip that I have started doing to make things a little easier when the vet comes. You ready for the vet visit, Mr. Spookling? I don't think you need anything today. Maybe a distemper shot. I think distemper shots might last more than a year. We're going to ask the vet about that, because maybe you don't need one. I do like to pay a vet to come out to the farm, because taking the cats to the vet is way more stress on them, I think. They've got to endure not only the cat carrier, like right now with Scarecrow, but they've got to endure a car ride. Sometimes a long one if you live in a really rural area like I do at the moment. And yeah, they just hate it, and then all the smells and the noise and the waiting room and the strange places, and it just seems less stressful to have a vet just come to the farm and give them their shots right here in the house. I mean, there is the stress of a stranger coming into the house and poking them with needles and freaking them out in their own territory, but it just seems less stressful out of the two choices of putting them in carriers and taking them to the vet. Look, I could close the door right now on little Stony, and she would give no fucks. She is in here, and she's enjoying her catnip on a towel. Mr. Spookling. But, yeah, I mean, younger cats might be okay with the whole going to the vet thing. I mean, little Stony here is barely over a year old, so she's like, whatever, and hasn't had much experience with it. But Scarecrow here is older and has decided she doesn't like the vet, and so it's a little more traumatic for the older cats who are like, stranger's gonna hurt me, stranger's gonna poke me and grope me and all sorts of unpleasant things, and a thermometer might go up my ass, and you know, so it's just easier to get somebody to come here and check them out in their house without making the whole trip to a veterinary office and all that stress and weird smells and loud noises and being away from their home and stuff.